Hello from the Adelaide Hills. We've come to check out the hills for a couple of days. We're starting off our little trip here, right at the top at Mount Lofty. And as you can see a lot of Adelaide from up here, and you can see the ocean behind us. You can see most of the places that we've explored over the last few days, like Victor Harbour and Noarlunga and all that sort of thing. It is a great view up here. I actually came up here a couple of years ago and it was cloudy and we missed seeing all of this gloriousness, but I'm glad that we came on a sunny afternoon for the almost sunset so we could see it all.
Come down the hill a bit, out of the sun, out of the direct sunshine, to the Mount Lofty Botanic Gardens. This should be cool. As you can see, the whole thing's on a hill, a very steep hill. So, Dana's gonna have some fun. We're gonna see how she is at the end of this. Lucky we're here with an arborist who knows how to cite and name every single tree that you can cut down. Not the little herby ones, not the little leafy fellas that you can't cut with a chainsaw, but anything humongous, we know what it is. Like without looking at the signs. Yeah, didn't realise it was closing in 10 minutes of arriving, but it's been very nice.
Morning. I'll be your strawberry guide today. We're currently at the Birenberg family farm right now, which is a place where you can pick your strawberries, and they're also very famous for their jams, which we did buy some jams. Maybe I can pass one out through a hole here. Jesse's favourite from years gone by.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to come out from behind the strawberry now.
Oh, it really was you.
So last night we came down from the Botanic Gardens and checked into our Airbnb, spent the night, it was very comfortable, and this morning we've woken up and come to Birenberg Family Farm. And we won't be picking strawberries today, mostly because we couldn't get through them before we have to fly home, and Australia gets a bit weird with borders and fruit. But we definitely went jam picking, and we got some quince and pear for cheese as well, and I grabbed a little strawberry jam because that's what they're famous for, and a little fruit strap that I might have for breakfast right now. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, nice. This
one's apple and strawberry, and it even says gluten-free on the side. There's actually 2 in here.
Oh, one for me.
Yeah. Yum. We've come to Hahndorf now, which is the oldest German settlement in Australia. And it is a very cute little town. There's a huge main street full of all sorts of German things and shops and cuckoo clocks and food, so much German food and beer halls, and there's just so much to choose from. But eventually, after walking the whole length of the street and then back again, we decided on some Kranskis, mine without a bun because, you know, gluten, and Jesse's got one with a bun, which looks so good to be honest. Still haven't really had breakfast apart from that fruit strap, so I'm looking forward to this because it's probably like 2 or beyond in the afternoon. And I just got mine with some cheese and some sauerkraut. Man, German sausages are good. My favourite thing about visiting Germany and Austria was all of the currywurst. Doesn't seem to be too much gluten-free currywurst in Australia, unfortunately, but the sausages themselves are delicious as is. Do you want to try your delicious, mouth-watering dog?
Mustard. That's a tasty dog. So in northern Bavaria there is a town called Bamberg, and there is a brewery called Schlemkerla, I think that's the name of the actual brewery. But there's the bottle anyway, and they're known for their smoked beers, and I've never had it before, so I noticed that this place we walked past, House Restaurant, sells it. So after our delicious Kranski, we've come back here for me to have a lovely smoked beer, and let's see what I think of it. Better top it up, otherwise it won't taste correct. I love that. I read some reviews saying that usually people are a bit iffy on it in the first few sips and it grows on them. Not me. I love that it tastes like someone poured an ashtray in there on top of a good German beer. This is fantastic. I'm so happy. It's meaty and smoky and Kransky. Or maybe that's just because I ate a Kransky.
So it's basically like a peated beer, right?
It is like a peated beer. That's why I love it. It's like Ardbeg, but in beer form. This is fantastic. More of this. We're going to have to visit Bamberg. We'll visit Nuremberg, we'll go up north, hit up Bamberg. It'll be cute. All of those towns are cute. Hang on, we also came here for Dana.
Yes, we were intending to go to a place called Cider today, which is a winery and cidery, and maybe other things. It might be a bit of a collective place, but we'll never know because they're closed today. But I have found a cider cider on the menu here, so I figured I'd better try it and pretend that we got to go there. Yum. That's a good, not too dry, not too sweet apple cider.
Dancing horse. Oh, hang on. We've come to the Prancing Pony. Prancing Pony Brewery. I've gone with the old hop Nipah, 6.6%, small one. And it has all the hops and it's delicious. It's delicious. But Nipahs are just too easy. I went for the easy option. Should have went for the black ale. Maybe we can have two. I'll go for the black ale.
Malty, hoppy. I must say I prefer my amber ales less hoppy, English style than American style, but this is still very tasty, well balanced. I like the maltiness, but yeah, it ends up tasting too much like an IPA by the end of it. Anyway, still delicious.
There you go, the guest review by Pete.
Daring. Oh, big teeth.
Hey.
Oh god, it's over. It's over. Oh, oh nice. Very nice.
What's dead?
So our final morning in Mount Barker. So we've come down to Saison to get some delicious coffee, hopefully. Then we've got about time for one more thing after that, and then we go to the airport. Maybe two more things. Mine's called Eggs Your Way, and it looks like a square, and yours is called a bacon and egg square. It looks like a roll.
I think that might be a consequence of gluten-free.
Ah, the gluten-free.
I'm sure the square is normally square.
Yeah, that's a cool way to do it. It's like for young people who want their crust cut off. It's like a toasted huge bit of square bread, eggs done right. I like this place. The coffee was great.
We've come to Lot 100, which is a collective of several different kinds of alcohol companies. There's Ashton Valley Fresh Juices, there's Adelaide Hills Distillery, there's the Hills Cider Company, there is
Mismatch Brewing,
and Vinterloper the winery. And so you can get a flight from each of them. I was kind of hoping you would be able to get a mismatch. You can get a mismatch flight from the brewery. That's another story. I was hoping you'd be able to get a mix and match flight, but it seems not. But we've got a juice flight and a cider flight. And so we've got an apple spritzer juice. Yum. It's kind of like a cider without the alcoholic component, that one. Like an apple cider. A crisp, fresh one, but with like a little more apple juicy flavour. Apple and strawberry. Yum. It's very similar to the apple one, but then with a bit of strawberry as well, but like subtle strawberry. It really brings out the apple somehow, but also gives you a little hint of that strawberry goodness. We've got apple and pineapple. Pineapple-y, but still, obviously apple. Oh, these are delicious so far. We got the spritzer flight in the juice because it sounded like the more interesting juices. And this one is lemon squish. Not squash, squish. Oh, that's really interesting. Like if you put lemon squash in apple juice, I guess. Maybe you can make it at home with lemon squash and apple juice. That's pretty cool. And then we've also got a Hills cider tasting flight. Who's going to do the honours?
Bit of cider to start the day.
We have had breakfast at
Yeah,
least.
it's hours later. It's almost sundown. Now, cloudy apple cider. Smells so good. Yeah, it's full. That's a very good apple cider. Tropical sour. Smells like the best fizzy drinks. That one's 8% and absolutely delicious. Imperial Hazy, I saw an ad on Facebook for an Imperial Hazy. Then I saw it was an apple cider. I thought, that sounds interesting. I believe this one's a hopped cider. Yeah, and you can smell it and you can taste it. That's totally different to the others and also perfect. So far, 3 from 3. This one's the Berry Jam Sour. It is berry sour and it's a good change. Tart, not bitey. That is 4 from 4. I'm very happy with that. Can't wait to try your juices actually, David. The juice. Can the juice compared with the alcoholic cider? Definitely. Apple spritzer, tasty. Apple and straws, even better. Apple and pineapple. This should be a winner. Yeah, it's very good. But they're all very good. Lemon squish. That reminds me of something I've had in the past. Not lemon squash. Yeah, they're great. Good stuff.
We are going to mix and match these 2 flights and share them amongst ourselves. But also, we're sitting on the deck here and it is quite a nice view. There's a little lake down here and you can see out across the property here at LUT 100. A really cool idea, I think, having all of these places in the one collective so you can come and sample all the goods and bring your friends. There's some food here as well, so pretty perfect, I think.
Hello, Mr. Goat. Where are you, Mrs. Goat? Hello there. Just want some cider. I get it.
And now I think it's time to walk it off with a view. Goodness, look at all these trees. Usually Jesse's the tree lover, but I mean, I'm a sucker for autumn colours, so definitely come to the Adelaide Hills in autumn because it's beautiful at the moment.
Another spot in the Adelaide Hills, Waterfall Gully.
And we've come here to walk off our morning flats before our afternoon flight. Our tasting flights this morning before our flight home this afternoon.
Yeah.
And so far it's very pretty. There's a bit of a hike here where you can start at the bottom and go all the way to the top of Mount Lofty, which is where we started this
Bit
video.
of a hike. 4 kilometres. 4 kilometres of uphill.
I hear it's kind of brutal. We won't be getting that whole way today, mostly because I don't want to climb a hill and also partly because we don't have time. Along the walk, there's a first falls, a second falls, a third falls, etc, etc. So there's plenty of waterfalls along the way and we might see a couple of them. Let's keep exploring. This is the first one, by the way.
Next stop is the top of this one. Oh, got some gradient on it, this one.
Sure does. I can see why going all the way to the top for 4Ks might be a little bit difficult.
Too. Smells awesome in here. Smells like a rainforest, just in this little area that's shaded from the sun. And it's all moist around here. Even though the waterfall appears to be there, it's actually everywhere. There's strips everywhere. I reckon this would be a real nice place to just come and bathe in the summer. And 2 falls is all we're going to get, sadly, because we have a plane to catch. Indeed.
But we've had a great time here in the hills and in the Adelaide greater region in general, and can't wait to come back because there's so much to see here. We only scratched the surface, and there's stuff that we just could not fit into our 9 days or whatever it is that we've been here. So
9 was not enough.
it's not enough. Budget more, but we'll be back. If you would like to see more videos from us, hit the like button below, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh, there was no sausage in that. Need sausage, of course. Cheese.
Because they make beer and someone else suggested it.
Have you just done a poo? I saw you standing over there in the quiet.
And so we had friends, but they seem to have abandoned us, so I don't know what we're going to do next. Do you?
One day, if international travel ever becomes a thing again. Oh, it is already, there's New Zealand, but that doesn't count. Oh, hello there. Hi there.
That's so weird.
Oh, it hurts. Should have came here yesterday.